Kitchen Thug Edition, what I just bought at Aldi, and let's get intimate, get to know me. How do you really get to know somebody? What do you do when I start creeping around in somebody's house? Maybe I'm just starting to date somebody. You gotta check out the fridge. So we're gonna get creepy and intimate and look into my new fridge. Kitchen Thug, let's get it. So yeah, new fridge. I'll even get into some cupboards because I just moved into this place. I just got back to, I'm on the Gold Coast again. So if anybody, Gold Coast, you need some training, therapy, hit me up. Just moved into this place about 5 days ago. So groceries, new stuff in the fridge, new stuff in the cabinets. Let's get it. So the reality, this is right now a very sparsely stocked fridge because again, I just got up here. So let's start rambling off some stuff I got in here. Always coconut water. It tastes great, but potassium content, shit. You know I got a soda stream. Come on, all about them bubbles. Always, especially at Aldi here in Australia, you can get good coconut milk and coconut cream. I'm always using that for smoothies, or I don't really drink much milk except goat milk. I think calcium content and all the other bioavailable nutrition in milk is legit. This whole anti-milk thing, yeah, you have to take into account the quality of the milk, commercial farming, all of that. But milk, if sourced well, is really nutritious. My body does fine with goat milk, so I do goat milk and smoothies. All right, what else? Pomegranates. Nature's vitamins. I even have some pomegranate juice. So I'm doing some training, some coconut water, some pomegranate juice. Pomegranates.
So what's going on?
Bit of soda water. Get something fancy. Let's get fizzy. Pumpkin seeds. So I actually soak these, then keep them in the fridge. You're eating a bunch of seeds and nuts. The human body's not really designed to break down shitloads of nuts and seeds. That is, in fact, what seeds and nuts are supposed to do, go through the digestive tract. But if you soak them, it makes the nutrients within them more bioavailable. More nuts. These are Brazil nuts. Really high in selenium. You could probably get away with eating 1 to 3. Oh, come on, chill. 1 to 3 Brazil nuts a day. All right, she's chilled. Liposomal glutathione. Histamine degrading probiotic. I'm exceptionally histamine intolerant. Okay, what else? Butter. I will only cook with butter and coconut oil. You need to consider fats as basically supplements. If you put preference on supplements, you should put preference on fats. Not meaning replace them, but consider the quality of fats as if it's a supplement. In the veggie drawer, cilantro, cucumber, red onion, rocket, zucchini, and you know I'm on them little green balls, them little kiwis, although I like the golden kiwis more. All right? High dose, vitamin C, good fruit. Don't be afraid of fruit. Leftover potatoes. If you cook, then cool. White rice or potatoes or other forms of rice, really good form of resistant starch to support gut health. All right, let's get into the freezer. All right, I got a stocked freezer. That is one thing I do have not stocked. Blueberries, come on, smoothies. Look up the Environmental Working Group, EWG Clean 15. What they've done is studied concentrations of pesticide residue on fruits and vegetables and given you a list of what you should try to buy organic versus not. If you can't, don't stress it. The modern lives we lead accumulate various environmental toxins or chemicals that the body isn't necessarily accustomed to dealing with. So you try to eliminate that from food consumption if possible. Broccoli. This was on clearance at a grocery store. It looks good. Coconut rice. All about some rice and curry. More rocket. It's like Kohl's and Woolies. You ever find some special buy veg? Stock up on it. Even if you don't need it in the fridge, throw it in the freezer because then you can just throw it in the pressure cooker for stews. Good to go. So if it's on sale, get it. Kitchen Thug got to be on that hustle. Oh, the meat drawer. The meat drawer. Ossobuco. Epic. Highly gelatinous cut of meat so you can get high kind of collagen content when I'm doing my pressure cookers. This is portioned beef liver. Once a week, I will eat beef liver. Think of this as a multivitamin. Again, the quality does matter. Lamb kidneys, I eat lots of organ beef. Lamb mince, beef heart, whole chickens. I do lots, again, crock pot, kind of slow cooker, pressure cooker. I'll roast a whole chicken, crock pot a whole chicken. Duck. What I try to do is rotate proteins weekly, meaning when I first took Paul Chek's HLC1 and 2 years ago, one of the things he discussed was potential allergies to food, right? And so if you consistently consume a particular type of meat or protein per se, and let's say you have some type of gut permeability and those foreign proteins are constantly being introduced into the bloodstream, potentially undigested or not broken down enough, there could be an immune system reaction. So over time, you could potentially develop a food intolerance. So what I try to do, one day of the week, I'll do beef all day. Next day, I'll do lamb all day. Next day, I'll try to do chicken or poultry all day. Next day, I'll try to do fish and seafood all day. It's just therefore attempting to give my oh-so-sensitive gut and immune system a break. This is especially important because I just got back from a month in Indonesia on the boats where I'm eating almost the same thing every day. So actually right now I'm trying not to even eat eggs because I smashed eggs the entire time over there. Really common food allergen for people. I love eggs. I will eat them again. I'm just taking a hiatus at the moment. Top drawer. This is my fruit drawer. Bag of drugs. I mean grapes. Grapes. Frozen grapes are actually epic. Wash them, rinse them, freeze them. Legit. I've also got some more frozen broccoli up here. Lychees, cherries, pineapple chunks, mangoes. Don't be afraid of fruit. Think of fruit as potential vitamins. Yes, it has sugar content. So you have to orient your sugar content based on your metabolic health, whether you're insulin resistant, body fat, etc., etc., etc. The sugar in fruit is not inherently bad. You would actually have to dramatically overconsume fruit to eat too much sugar. Sugar is a problem when you're smashing Snickers bars and Cokes and bullshit, not adding some pineapple to a smoothie. Speaking of fruit, some stuff I've got on my countertop. Like I said, when you're at Kohl's or Woolies or wherever, and they got some stuff on clearance, they had organic apples on sale. So I just loaded up on some organic apples. I will stew these, make an applesauce, or just straight up eat them raw. And this is not an orange tomato. This is one of the best fucking fruits in the world, a persimmon. If you have never tried one, buy one for yourself. These are almost ripe. You want them to be pretty soft. If they're not soft, they go real bitter and they have this chemical that makes that like weird texture within your mouth. Persimmons are mega. All right, now let's get into my Aldi shop. Marshmallows. Marshmallows. Again, this is like persimmons, marshmallows. It's like my crack pipe. Damn. Yeah, there's sugar. These are actually really clean marshmallows. All it really is, gelatin, marshmallow. I mean sugar. Gelatin and sugar makes marshmallows. It's rude to chew and talk. So again, let me finish. Sugar unto itself isn't evil. Your body is extraordinarily designed to utilize sugar, but it's dependent upon the rest of your lifestyle. So people are like, oh, don't eat marshmallow. Bro, I'm having breakfast in the morning, some beef, onions, whatever else. Maybe I eat a little marshmallow afterwards. It's good in coffee. Mushrooms. If you're curious why I eat these, what I do, slice them up, I boil them for about an hour or two, and then I portion them out. I have a bit each day or every other day. Not only good nutrient content within vitamins that could be lacking in other foods, but Google repeat mushrooms. I use it for some specific binding capacities within the GI tract. And it goes good with beef, lamb, whatever. So some boiled mushrooms. Red onions, high in quercetin actually. Red sweet potato, gotta get the starches. Want a little basil plant. Leek. You see the premise here? It's a bunch of like animal protein, fruits, and veg with some starches. You just vary your carbohydrate content depending on your goals, health, whether you're in a carnivore tribe or whatever else might be at the moment. It's just changing the macronutrients. Macronutrients, carbs, starches, fruit, marshmallows, carbs, vegetables with various fiber and vitamin content. And then the meat. Lamb mince, so again, like I said, I try to cycle things on a daily basis. Beef, more Brazil nuts for selenium. Coconut oil, I only cook with coconut oil, butter, ghee. People say, oh, what about olive oil? I don't think you should cook with olive oil. I think you should get the best quality olive oil possible. Don't cook with it because it is less heat tolerant, as far as my understanding goes, than obviously butter and coconut oil. But think of, you're doing this for all the various like polyphenol compounds and antioxidant compounds within it. You don't want to break those things down. So I just add this to food after it's cooked. More coconut water, because Aldi's always got it on the cheap. Come on, you know I'm doing chicken wings. Air fryer some chicken wings? Shit. That's how we roll. So we've gone this far, the intimacy. Shit, I might as well cook you some food now. Maybe some post-coital dinner. Chicken wings, perhaps? All right, I am actually about to cook some chicken wings for dinner. Super simple, kitchen thug first, a recipe. It actually ain't even gonna be a recipe. I rarely even use recipes anymore because I kind of have known my way around the kitchen, but I'm gonna give you some framework to make this happen properly. I've actually not used this oven before, but we're gonna go a slow cook on those wings. So we're gonna go 130 Celsius. We'll set the timer. You wanna go 2 hours. 130 Celsius to Fahrenheit, I don't know, do your math, ask Google to do it. We're going fan, heat, 130, 2 hours. The rest of this, super simple. Honestly, idiot proof. Chicken wings, baking dish. And here, I'm making some tea. That's not part of the recipe, that's just tea for me. It rhymes. Chicken wings, opened into the baking dish. You don't want to eat that. Those things gross me out. Like, spread them out a little, right? Now all we're gonna do, little oil. Oh, you hear that noise? Ugh. Just gotta grease them up, season them up, put them in the oven. Wash my hands, come on. I know what I'm doing. I've worked in the kitchen. No raw poultry contamination. I'm not trying to give the kitchen thug world salmonella. Okay. So this is where you're just gonna have to go with me. Spice-wise, I haven't bought lots of spices yet. I've got salt, garlic granules, cumin, turmeric, what else? Fennel. I'm gonna put some fennel in the tea. So I'm honestly really just gonna go cumin, garlic, salt. You can hit these chicken wings with anything you want. You want some Mexican flavor seasoning, do it. Chili seasoning, do it. Whatever. The key is in the slow oven cook. That's it. That slow roast, off the bone chicken wings. So bear with me here. Okay, yeah, now you can see me. All right. So again, like I've moved internationally so many times. So I just moved into this joint and I'm trying to only buy like minimal possible because this is only short term. So like, check out how this, I've got like 2 forks, 2 spoons, one bare minimum. Kitchen thug, you know? So I'm fishing out my 1 fork. So, like we talked about oils, right? I wouldn't hit it with olive oil. I'm going coconut oil, or you could melt some butter and toss them. Toss them in some butter. Got it? All right, so now I'll hit it with the seasoning. US and Australia, salt. I eat lots of salt, but salt, again, you can, in terms of electrolyte content, mineral content, Baja Gold, no affiliation, some of the best salt I reckon I've ever had. So I'm gonna hit it with some salt pretty liberally. And then I'm just going cumin. Oh yeah, that's the flavor. I'm not measuring shit out. Don't be afraid, a little trial and error. You're not gonna destroy it. If you get your flavor profiles right, go onto Google, look up like spice mixes, make your own, or just buy some pre-made mixes in a store. The more you cook, the better you'll get. Toss the chicken. That's it. 2 hours in the oven, good to go. Actually, you know what? Little pro tip. After you tossed them, I'm gonna go just a little extra seasoning. What's wrong with flavor? You know, let's get that flavor on there. Real. Kitchen Thug don't fuck around. All about flavor. You remember Sauce Boss from Kitchen? They cook all that wild shit with bacon back in the day. One of the guys' names was the Sauce Boss. Fuck, I hadn't thought about that in years. All right, last little bit of salt. Or a lot of salt. 130, 2 hours. Check back at about 6 o'clock. It's been 2 hours. Magic has happened in this oven, or I've just fucked it. I reckon it's gonna be on point though. Let's check them. Time to eat. Oh yeah, that's money. For zero effort, these look good.
Nice.
If you want to crisp them up a bit, you just throw them under the boiler for a couple minutes. Just don't burn them. Man, these chicken wangs, good to go. Post-coital chicken wing. Check these out. I just grabbed these. Oh, you think that says Quicksilver? No. Pick these up in Sicket Cup. The Mentawise for like $2. Oh, Quicksilver. Here's that new Quicksilver brand. Special price for you. To continue the simplicity of this meal, so you can see how ridiculously easy eating quote unquote clean can be. You just gotta learn to cook. And this is like bare minimum effort. All right, cucumber. Peel the cucumber. You don't have to, you can eat the cucumber skin, but these actually aren't organic. So I did soak them, wash them in bicarb soda and water, baking soda and water, but I still will peel the peel. You watching how easy this is? Cucumber, right? Be an adult, you can feed yourself. You don't gotta live off Skittles and Doritos forever. All right, cucumber, yeah? You following me? Quicksilver, good price for you. Basil. Break it up a bit so you start to release. Oh, it smells so good. The flavors and the oils out of the basil. All right, just kind of break it. I'm just twisting it, pulling it apart. Over the cucumber. Boom. Olive oil. Remember I told you I don't cook with it, but I will add it to food. Simple. And then a couple. Yeah, I'm getting my hands a little dirty. It's all right. I'm eating chicken wings with my hands. Not bad, huh? Here you go. Kitchen Thug, Aldi, freezer, fridge, recipe. Ladies, I'm single. Come on, slide into my DMs. Let's go. I'll cook you some chicken wings. Kitchen Thug. Last little bit. I forgot one thing. On the salad, just a little bit, oh come on, of honey. There we go. Kitchen Thug, finished. All right, let's keep getting more intimate. I'm down for some YouTube voyeurism. Some stuff I've got in my pantry. Oh, I don't show this to everybody. You're lucky. Maybe I like you. Glycine, I'm not gonna go through all the details of all these supplements. Go to Google. Glycine, important. Colostrum, good for the belly. Sunflower lecithin, really good source of choline. Choline. I believe in particular phosphatidylcholine, important for mitochondrial energy production. Predominantly anybody with like an MTHFR issue probably needs to make sure they're getting enough choline. Either eggs or sunflower lecithin is probably the easiest, but really good for cellular membrane health as well. macadamia nuts and coconut flakes. Don't tell anybody. That's not creatine, or is it? It's creatine. Kind of wish it wasn't. Psyllium husk for fiber. I do think adequate fiber content is important, especially if anybody has any detoxification issues, right? If you're in a moldy environment, if you are in environmental pollutants, or are you around fumes all the time. One of the ways your body gets rid of certain toxic compounds is excretion via bile. Bile only gets pushed through the GI system or taken out of the GI system when it binds to a soluble fiber. Psyllium husk potentially, beans can do that. So I do think fiber is important. So sometimes I'll put some psyllium husk in a smoothie. Good protein powder over here, the raw in Oz. It's expensive, not that expensive. I mean, everything's expensive in Oz, to be honest. Big bag of collagen powder. What else? What else do I want to show you guys? Ooh. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Bear ginger and rice cakes. I love some of this bear ginger after a meal. And rice cakes, easy snack with some almond butter. Almond butter, maple syrup. You know I'm sipping on that scissor. Licorice tea. That's about it, gang. So now we've been intimate. Should we talk quietly like this and stare into each other's eyes and... Or should I just sneak out? I'm gonna sneak out. That's the food shop. If you got questions about individual stuff, post it below or wherever you're seeing this video. Kitchen Thug, just eat real food. And we finally got the Surfer's Nutrition Program coming out in the Surf Athlete app this year, 2025, at some point when I get my shit together. Peace.